Okay, rumor has it that I am live. It's really early, and I know for the majority of my UK viewers, you probably ain't here. Hang on. So incredible. Hopefully, look, I'm sorry about the door open. I'm sorry about the washing up not being done. But I can't do my usual night and focus. I can't do my usual nighttime one. Look at that, Nate Spurs, 12-22. Nice to see you, mate. Well, look, come on. We live in a globalist utopia. Who knows what time it is where you are? But what I'm saying is, in England, it's probably the crack of dawn. But so likely to get a few new people in. I mean, there's a few familiar faces in the chat there. I usually get a couple of hundred. I don't see that. Look at Dennis, the old nocturnalist, up all night on his anti-psych meds. All right, Dennis. But I have got something very, very interesting. Thank you, Brian, for confirming that. 6:30 just. I know it's ridiculous, isn't it? I'm actually awake while the sun's out. I could actually put my light on and give you a little bit of that. Look, no, it was better without it. Bald Bobby, he's there. Look at that, crack of dawn. We've got Black Fire in from Australia. Not that one. Hang on, where's it gone? There you go, Black Fire. Lovely. So the reason I'm doing it at this time is because I've got a very special guest. Now, I am a little bit reluctant to make the explanation now, although he looks like he's struggling to get in here. Where is he? He should be here in a minute. I'm a little bit concerned about giving the... look at that. Lovely. Old Pete. Pete's on the meter, earning money whilst indulging. Another Australian. This is great. Yes. Casrelda. Good for you. Hello, gods of the giants. You know, this is lovely. I mean, it's always lovely to see familiar faces. And there's a couple in here, but obviously I can tell that you people aren't usually here for my regular, what in England is like midnight stream. So wonderful. And that's why I thought it would be lovely. Oh, God of the Giants is new here, but he's been lurking. Oh, he's been on the outskirts. So hopefully my guest will turn up in a minute, but I'm kind of putting off introducing him, waiting for a few more numbers to arrive. But we got 38, so I might no more putting it off, although my guest isn't showing in the little panel down here. Daniel Clark has given us a report from sunny South Africa, 7:25. What's that, AM? Hello, a Druidic Mist. Oh, I like a Druidic Mist. Reminds me of when I was LARPing years ago. Blunty Blondie looks fantastic. Would you like my phone number? It's so predictable. Lovely to have you here, darling. I am getting a hold on just a second from my guest. I know, awful, isn't it? I'm sorry. Did I? I don't know if I did. I usually did. Yes, John Citizen. It is the cigarette smoking bloke is a bit of an exaggeration. I mean, he was about 12 when I first spoke to him. Yeah, I am. Look, we've nearly hit 40. I might have to do some... LOS shoot. This lad's in all my usual streams. All right, mate. We've hit 40. I might have to do some of these a bit more. Mike's looking a bit crooked, is it? I don't like a... But to get it even, look, you're going to have to deal with it. It's when it starts falling and it's a bit symbolic of a flaccid pin noir that I don't like it. Yeah, sorry. It was no good, was it? Oh, my God. Super chats are open. Doors started. Jesus Christ. I've literally just had my early morning poo. Well, you know, what a way to start. Nice one, Stunto Furs Ego. I love it. And thank you to everyone who supports this channel. Without it, no channel. So it really makes a difference. Brilliant. Sorry, young lady. I am sorry. Vape is rusting the mic. Have you seen it round here? It's properly, something's damaging it, isn't it? I think my guest might be having a few problems, but no, he seems all right. I'm just waiting for the numbers to pick up before I give you the story. Has Corona visited your country? We've had a couple, but if you refer to my previous streams, I'm not buying it. Nothing's happening. It's under control. It's all right. Yeah, I know. Weird, isn't it? I actually managed to get out of my coffin before dusk. Oh, the old sanctuary. A report from the sanctuary city. Nice one, Dixie. Got plenty of ladies in. Maybe it's that redneck that's done it. Where he is, I do not know. Right, I think we've got enough numbers. When we hit 50, we've got 3 more to come in. When we hit 50, I'll tell you the story and I'll bring him in. But why he's not here, He's got the link. He said, hold on a second. That was a good few seconds ago. And thank you, while I'm killing time, thank you to everyone who supports me on Subscribestar or Patreon. They're monthly support. But you can do a one-off on Subscribestar. You can't on PayPal because I got banned for wrong think or hate speech or something where I said something no one liked. Didn't get to appeal or reply, though. Just, nah, go. And then when I write to them and say, I want to appeal this, they say, log into your account and click here, click here. I log into my account. As soon as I'm about to click here, it goes, boom, you are not allowed to use PayPal anymore. Thanks. I tell them that. They say, no problem. Log into your account. I do that. You cannot. Yeah, all right, thanks. No breakfast time. It isn't talking with teens. We need one more person. We'll hit 50, and I'll tell you the story of Redneck Sam. I do sleep, Bald Bobby. Just not that much. I get about 4 hours sleep a night. Right, we've got 50 people in. Here we go. Let me tell you the story. So, I don't mind if you want to drop them out and funnel that money to me. If that's the question you're asking, I give you that go ahead. I'm sure they're doing all right. Right, listen. Right. So, years ago, in the early days of my channel, I found a channel online by a geezer called Redneck Sam. I'm a bit concerned he hasn't turned up. Where is he? Hurry up. Let me tell him to hurry up. Right. And he had a channel, a YouTube channel, where he reviewed cigarettes. Now, I'm not going to bother trying to cut in and show you some of it because he deleted all his videos. And the video I done about it, the quality is not great and you won't be able to hear it. But literally, he was there sitting in a truck. Looked about 14 years old. I called the video "Kids Review Cigarettes." You can see it if you when this is done. Search YouTube for "Children Review Cigarettes" or "Kids Review Cigarettes," and he sits there in his truck and he gets out the pack and he's like, "Yep, that's a nice strong packet." And he shakes it and he's all angry. He's like, "Yeah, got a nice shake on there. Open that up. Yeah, nice gold foil. Yeah, you know, this is a quality foil." And it's like, what the fuck? And then he gets the actual cigarette and he goes, "Let's take a dry pop." Puts it in his mouth without light and he goes, and you think he's going to say something like, "Oh, reminiscent of the berry orchards in Tuscany." And he doesn't. He goes, "It's like bread." Anyway, and there's a bit where he takes the wrapper off and he throws it out the window of his truck and he looks at the camera and he sort of goes, as if to say, "Yeah, fuck it." So anyway, I ripped the fuck out of him. I tore him a cigarette hole. And it was very funny. Loads of my subs went over to his channel or were in the reviews going, "Dangerfield sent me here. Oi, what do you reckon of Lambert and Butler? Oi, what about those Rothman Super Kings?" Just ribbing him. All in good humour. I wasn't there going, "This idiot, he's an arsehole." I was quite enamoured by the lad. It was quite an amazing thing. Where the fuck is he? Don't let me down, Sam. Right, and so then he wrote to me. He was like, "Why are you taking the piss out of me, man? I'm just a young American trying to make my way in the world." It was all like that. And I went, "Oi, young man, oi, Redneck Sam," the name of his channel. I said, "Right, he's just being allowed camera access. Hang on. Sorry for this boomer stuff. He should come through. All right, if he comes through, we'll be right." So, he reviewed Camel. He liked a little bit of writing on the inside of the lid that said "the camels are here." He was very happy about that. Anyway, he contacted me. Wasn't happy. So I said, "Well, look, rather than arguing with you via email, why don't you come on the channel and explain yourself?" So he did. He came on and we had quite the chat. He's a lovely young man. He works for his family farm. His family have been agricultural farmers for generations. He drives tractors around. Had him on, had a nice time. About a year later, due to popular demand, we got him on again. He came back and we had another lovely chat with old Redneck Sam. Now, that second chat was about 2 years ago. And at the end of that chat, he said he was looking at building up his YouTube channel and doing stuff around being a rancher, being a cowboy, being out there among the chicken shit and cow shit and touching my bum when the sun goes down, drinking moonshine. He hasn't done that. I looked at his channel. He's made a video of him driving a tractor, which is hard to watch. And that's it. So I wrote to him. He wrote to me, and he's back. Redneck Sam. He's back with his cap and his stupid, weird accent. But he seems to be having problems logging on. Why are you not here yet? People are waiting. You bastard. That should do it. Always abuse children. Mouth them. No, don't mouth children. That could sound awful. Do not mouth children. 74 people. It's 12:30 in sunny Cambodia. I'm 74. I'm not 74. For people who've only just arrived, I do apologize about the door open. How'd you do this? I do apologize about the door. It's not good optics. There's plenty of unwashed washing in the sink. Usually I'm a black room forward light kind of guy, but at midday out here, not an option. Now this little redneck, he's been sitting there for about an hour, and he's struggling to get in here, but he will. He has the power. I know Richard Curtis. Incredible numbers, isn't it? Super chats are open while we're killing time. If we just want to deal with super chats now, I'm fine with that. Oh, there are some familiar people. Here he is. He's here. Right, Sam. If you can hear me, I'm bringing you in now. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, the phenomenon, the redneck, Sam. Sam, you look about 5 years younger. What have you done? Did you get the AIDS?
Well, I had to, shave off the dirt stash a little bit.
You're going to have to come closer. There's no hiding. Come on. There you go. How are you?
Oh, I'm not terrible. How are you?
You're terrible.
No, I said I'm not terrible. How are you?
That's a very weird angle. I'm not terrible. You've opted to deny a negative rather than elevate a positive. It's like you said to me, how are you? And me going, I'm not dead.
That's how we talk here, If you used a negative because it naturally evens things out. It's okay to be happy about things, but it doesn't make any sense to go running up and down the road screaming at the top of your voice about it.
Look at that. Listen to the way he just talks. So any minute he's going to go, squeak, piggy, squeak. Have you seen that movie?
Deliverance. Yeah.
Did you see it and think that's my family?
No, not at all. I didn't.
Did you feel, this is a serious question, did you feel somewhat stereotyped as a people?
Yeah, I did. I mean, rednecks are one thing, but those guys they're something else. I don't know.
Have you met people for people in chat who don't know, I'm talking about the movie Deliverance, where Burt Reynolds and a few of his sort of city boys go to the deep South America for a boat ride, and they get out there and they get their bums banged and murdered. It's very dark. It's a Mark Reeves. Look at that. Yeah, sodomy free.
It's a good movie, but not one I'll watch again. Kind of like The Green Mile. It's a fantastic movie. I'll never watch it again though.
Oi, Redneck Sam, Bunty Blonde, that sexy lady there, says that he talks normally to me, which means she talks like you. Are you married? Are you still with your girlfriend?
No, I'm not.
That's why you look younger. You see,
not as stressed out.
You exactly. You got rid of the old ball and chain. Listen, don't have a girlfriend at your age. Fuck me. How old are you now? 15?
No. I'm 22 now.
22.
Yeah.
And so you told me, look, we've got loads of rednecks in. Look, Gods of the Giants, another female. Look what she said. He sounds normal to me too. Redneck Sam, serious question. Have you met people like those rednecks in that film, where they got one weird eye and they're like,
No, I've never met people like that, and I can probably go the rest of my life without meeting people like that too, and it won't bother me.
Yeah, understood. But what about that lovely bit where he goes ding 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 ding, and that weird one who looks like that goes,
with the no eyes, yeah. He's dun 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 dun.
You've remembered the tune slightly different to the original there.
Come again?
You just done that song from, what is that song? What is it? The Dueling
Dueling
Cowboys.
banjos.
The
Dueling
Dueling
banjos. Yeah.
Banjos. I
Yeah.
remember the name slightly different to what it is, so we're quits, aren't we? Sam, last time I spoke to you, you were sitting there all reviewing your cigarettes, and you said to me, you went, I'm going to do a channel where I'm going to talk about life on the family farm. And I went to your channel. There's one video of you driving a tractor.
Yeah. These past couple of years have been kind of weird for me, and I just decided to get back into YouTube. And originally I was like, oh, I don't want to do the farm idea. I want to do guns and hand loading and stuff. And then I was like, but they want farming stuff because all you guys are still there. And so I just put up another video about my feeder calves and stuff. And I want to put another video up this week about different cattle breeds and whatnot. And this summer will be a lot of farming videos because it'll be like hands-on actual. I'll be there, not just talking about it. You know?
Sam, I think people would be. There's plenty of gun channels, and it's hard to monetize them.
Yeah.
So I think you know, be careful
It
about
is,
that.
yeah, they all will be monetized.
But actual day-to-day life on the farm, man, amazing stuff. I think
there's plenty of those too. So why not both?
Shooting beats, combining the pair. Oh, Sam, how's the family farm going? What's happening at the moment?
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Grew probably the best corn crop we'd ever seen last year. Now, if we had a market for it, that'd be great.
Can you tell the audience about your farm? I don't dox yourself, but been in the family a while. Give us a sort of, tell us about the farm.
So it's in eastern Montana, United States. It's been in my family since 1929.
Wow.
Well, one of the farms is. We own 3 different farms now, but we still have the one original farm. It's been in my family since 29. I'm the 5th generation.
Wow.
We raise corn, malt barley. We
speak up, Sam. Speak up louder.
Corn, malt barley, breed Black Angus, and I feed calves. That's kind of my deal on the farm. But yeah, phone's vibrating. All right, yeah, that's what I do. So
Sam, have you ever put your hand into the back end of a calf?
Oh yeah. Are you familiar with what pulling a cow is?
No, but you're going to tell me.
Well, what pulling a calf is sometimes, especially if it's the first year that the particular cow has given birth, they need a little bit of help along the way. And so you have chains, right? And you have to get up in there and you have to wrap the chain around the calf.
Stop right there. When you say, when you say you got to get in there, you skipped over that bit. You've got 2 arms and a chain up the back end of a real cow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
When I say back end, it's not the back end, is it? It's the
it's the
uterus.
Yeah.
So when you said uterus, you blinked slightly then, as if I was being immature. You went uterus.
Well, what if I'm supposed to say cow pussy or something? Like,
no, don't say cow pussy. So you've got 2.
We're not talking about my ex here. We're talking about farm animals.
You said that, not me. Yeah. You've got 2 arms. How deep are you? You tell me when to stop. This is the gauge. Ready?
Elbow deep.
Oh, right up to the shoulder.
It depends on how or where the calf is positioned inside the body of the cow. Most typically, you can pretty well count on elbow deep. And yeah. Got chains, you got to get the chain around the calf, around the legs. Sometimes you got to spin the calf around if it's coming out the wrong way. And you don't want to come out leg first, otherwise it'll suffocate. And then
so is that called a breach? Is that called a breach when it comes out backwards? No.
I mean, I just call it pulling a damn calf. I don't have any technical terms for it.
Sam,
crowning? I don't know.
No, crowning is when the head comes out. Sam, can I ask you, why do you need to get your arms and a chain in there? Because surely cows have been giving birth without human assistance for generations, for centuries.
Well, like I said, it just depends on. Naturally, there's humans that have trouble passing a baby, Just like a human having a C-section. Believe me, we've performed C-sections on cows too. Sometimes it's dangerous, and if that calf stays halfway born, I mean, sometimes its legs will be sticking out. You know, I mean, if that calf stays half born for too long, it's going to die.
So what you're saying is naturally many cows will die in birth. So your intervention just stops that from happening.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, we breed out maybe 30 a year. We have about 30 calves a year. And I'd say one every year is a stillborn. It's just going to happen when you're doing it in that volume. It's going to happen.
Sam, have you been there when they performed a C-section on a cow?
No, I haven't. I'd actually like to witness it, and I'm not saying that in a morbid or
no, I understand
kind of way. It's just that stuff interests me. So
because I can imagine a C-section on something like a cow. That's going to be quite a severe. That's going to have to be about that big, like a meter long.
Bigger than that. I mean, you're looking at probably about that big, which my hands are about 2 feet apart right now. So
wow. Yeah. And does the mother cow survive a C-section, or is it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How many stomachs has a cow got?
4.
5.
4.
A cow has 4 stomachs.
And they're not actually all stomachs. I mean, they're stomachs, but essentially a cow kind of has stomachs in place of like our small intestine, large intestine. I mean, cows have intestines too, but a cow has stomachs in place of those. Like one of the cow's stomachs is called a rumen. And what the rumen has, it has little fingers in it, like cilia, kind of like in your digestive tract. And that's what helps move the food along and kind of mulch it up, kind of digest it, you know? And when a cow is
one of my African friends is saying it's 4. Are you saying it's 5 still?
No, I said it's 4. My hand looked like I was holding up 5, but no, I meant 4 is what I meant. Yeah.
That's incredible. When I last spoke to you, you said you were 90% rancher, 10% cowboy.
90% farmer.
90% farmer, sorry, and 10% cowboy. Is that ratio stay the same?
Rancher and cowboy are kind of mutually exclusive terms.
No, you don't mean mutually exclusive. You mean the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or not mutually exclusive. What I mean is that ranchers deal in livestock, and their livestock typically aren't in a feed yard type environment. They aren't really fed. They're out on the open range. They're out there on horseback gathering with their cows. A farmer typically deals in crops. We make stuff grow out of the ground. But we have livestock too, but typically a farmer's cows, we're not out on 6 sections of land trying to find our calves. You know, they're in a feed yard or they're in a pasture in the summertime. But
so you've never lassoed a cow?
I've tried. I haven't been on a horse since I was 10 years old. I have no interest in being on a horse, really. So
Sam, I've ridden horses twice in my life and I hated it. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not for me. I got a fast pickup truck. That's all I need. So
Sam, are you still reviewing cigarettes anywhere in your life?
Yeah. Regretfully so.
Have you given up smoking?
No, I have not, regrettably. I'd like to. I've been thinking about it.
How many are you smoking a day?
Oh, I'm still at 2 packs a day.
2 packs of 40 cigarettes a day.
Yep.
Sam, you've got to stop, man. That's fucking dreadful.
I'm on to. In like November, I managed to get down fairly well. I was using them false. Hold on, I'll show you.
Sam, get one of these. Listen, we've got a Plastic African. He's 22, not months.
Well, I was using these. This is an empty pack, but do you have those over there?
I haven't seen them. No, Sam, I'm in Cambodia.
You're in Cambodia. I thought you were in London.
No, I moved a couple of years ago. I didn't tell you, did I?
Oh, I didn't know you moved.
Look at the palm trees.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. Yeah,
man.
See, I thought, you were telling me about, well, we're going to start right at 2 or whatever. And I was like, it should be like 3 and 3:45 in London right now, These are false.
Forget all that. Listen, chat, can we have a 1 for Sam giving up smoking as quickly as possible? 2 packs a day, Sam, is really bad for you.
I know.
It's going to, listen, I know you know, but it's going to cause problems later. And I don't even mean the big ones like your fucking emphysema, your heart disease, your cancer. Just that all your arteries are going to shrink, and it's really look at it in the chat on your side. Bang, 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 bang. Your gums will all recede. You'll lose all your teeth. It's shocking. It's so poison. Look, I'd light one cigarette with the old one. I got on this stupid thing, but it works. I don't even put nicotine in my vape now.
Yeah.
Please give it a go.
What these are, they're nicotine pouches. They're just straight nicotine. They're little pouches. They kind of look like little Swedish snus pouches.
Hang on, are they like Skull Bandits?
Yeah, but they're not tobacco. They're just, it's almost like sugar salt inside them. There's little pouches you throw them in, and in fact, that's what I chewed when I chewed tobacco. That's what I chewed with Skull Bandits. But
Sam, you'll have trouble pulling sexy women because women don't like smokers. They stink.
I don't know. Some of them corn-fed farm girls around here, they take bigger chews than I do.
Those corn-fed.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. When I was about 16, I went to a bonfire, and this big old heifer, woman, came up to me, and I'm standing there drinking my beer, whatever, She goes, "Give me a dip, pussy." It's like, what? Okay, hand her my can of chew or whatever. She takes a pinch about that big and throws it in her lip, and I never saw her spit once. That's my future ex-wife right there.
I was about to say, no, that's your future actual wife. No, but listen, we won't dwell on it, but I would suggest to you one of the most important things you can do in your life right now is to stop smoking.
I've been working on it. I've been talking about doing it with my mom, quitting with my mom. So
just one day stop. If people can give up heroin, Sam, you can give up smoking. You know what a smoking withdrawal is like? You go like this. Oh, every 3 minutes. That's it.
I mean, it can't be anything like coming off of heroin. So,
but what about the money? How much is 20 now?
Oh, like $7 for the ones I smoke right now. Yeah, $7 pack.
So $14 a day.
Yeah.
So about $90 a week.
About yeah.
It's a lot of money, man. Anyway, look, we won't dwell on that because look, I hear this shit all the time. Blunt is quitting this year. What this year? What about tomorrow? So easy. Just put them down. This works.
My biggest mistake is always saying, after I finish this pack, I'll quit. And it never happens.
There's never a good time to stop smoking because life is continual struggle. And you know, there's this idea that that you're gonna have a plateau where you've got no problems. Oh, now I can just relax. But not only is life continual struggles, but as you get older, they ramp up. So there's never a good time.
So I've actually got something I'd like to show you. If you didn't know, you probably didn't know this. I don't think I've ever told you this. I'm a history nerd. I'm a huge history buff. I mean, shit, look what I got beside me. I've read all these just this week. Rise of Germany. This one's for you, Churchill's Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
You read all of them this week? Are you sure they're that big?
Yep. I bought all these last Saturday, and they're all done now. But, so, anyways, so not only being a history buff, I'm also kind of a gun nut, right? Naturally.
Yeah, me too.
So, you should appreciate this. This is from your home country. This served your country during World War II.
You've got a, what is it, a Luger or something? Oh, what is that, a Lee Enfield or something?
Yep.
I nailed it, didn't I? Look at that.
Yeah. Genuine Lee Enfield number 4.
You can't
Genuine Lee
believe I did that, did you? No, that's lovely, man.
She's a straight shooter, too.
The problem is I had a lad on the channel recently. I think he had one. But, yeah, I fired one of those in Army cadets.
Okay. Yeah, no, she's a straight shooter.
What other guns have you got?
We're right here. I got my Glock.
Why have you got a Glock on your desk like that?
Oh, I was cleaning. This is like my reloading desk. My gun desk.
A little shrug there. Yeah, I like your shrug. Gun desk.
Oh, yeah. No. So do you know what reloading is? Hand loading. Shells?
Hang on a minute, Sam. Sam, yes, you made a couple of videos where you hand loaded, made a few of your own rounds.
It's pretty popular.
Why do you make your own bullets?
It's cheaper.
How much cheaper? Give me some numbers.
So like this is a 9mm, obviously. 9mm is pretty cheap to shoot anyways. I can load these for 6 cents a round, and I can buy them in the store for 12 cents. Now some of my more expensive stuff, like my 303 British here or 270 Weatherby, stuff like that, that the bullets cost me like $60 a box. I can reload them for less than $1 a shot. The other nice thing is,
how many bullets in a box?
for a rifle, it's 20 in a box. For a pistol, it's 50.
So they're about $3 a pop for the 303s.
And basically, the other reason I reload, like the 9mm, I don't save that much money, but I can load really quality bullets. That's the thing. I can load up quality ammo, more consistency than what you can get in a store. So it's a nice hobby. So keeps me busy in the way.
Sam, the first time I fired a Glock, I was in Patong in Thailand, and I got 2 prostitutes to put bikinis and stilettos on. They came with me to the shooting range. I had one of them standing each side of me with their hands on my shoulders, and I was firing 2 like that.
Yeah. This is
the thing about
this is my.
They're plastic. They're plastic though, aren't they? Glocks. It's a plastic gun.
It's polymer. I love Glock. I was a Glock hater forever until I had one. So this is my carry gun. It goes with me everywhere, even in town.
Have you got a license for carry?
Yep, concealed carry.
Is that concealed carry? Where'd you put it? Down your front of down into your pants?
I got an inside the waistband holster. It's out in my truck right now. I don't really want to go get it, but essentially I like to appendix carry, which it goes right there. Essentially.
Look at that. Hang on. Whoa. The belt buckle. Stand up.
What about it?
Stand up, Sammy. My God. Closer. Try and get a little bit closer. You got some cows on there. 1973. What's this about? Tell me what that. Do you know what that's about? It's
team roping. So team roping is where you got 2 cowboys go out on the horse and they rope the calf. One gets to heels, one gets to head. It's a rodeo event. And this must have been from a championship or something in 73.
Have you done that? Have you done one of those rodeo horses ever?
No, I just like to watch them.
It's not a horse, is it? It's a buffalo, is it? What's it? A nag?
It's horses. It's horses. I mean, you don't get really buffalo until you get a few hours west of here, but...
Why have you never had a go?
Just doesn't interest me. I don't know. I like to watch it. I don't know. I never played football either, but I like to watch football, so...
Yeah, no, I'm terrible football player. I mean football with feet, by the way. But
American football, not kicking the little white ball around. I mean, like the Steelers and Rams and 49ers and stuff.
Sam, have you ever got your gun out in anger?
No.
Have you ever got it out in defense?
The only time I ever got out in defense, I was driving through town. Fairly big town. I live about 30 minutes away from a town of 150,000. That's where my farm is, right outside of it. And it's the biggest city in Montana. And I was going down one of the main streets in town. I'm parked at a major intersection in town in my pickup truck, like that. Now I'm right here in the left lane. There's cars beside me. There's cars beside me. There's cars in front of me. There's cars behind me. I can't move. And this guy comes up and he starts trying to open the door on my truck. And he's tweaking, obviously. I mean, Billings has a huge meth problem. And he kept trying to open my door. And I was like, I can't pull out. I can't go anywhere. So I reached and I grabbed my gun. And I pointed just like that. And I said, I will effing shoot you. And yeah, it was like watching the light in that guy's eyes just fade out. And he boogied the other way. That's the only time I've ever done anything like that. My heart was...
No, it was like, shit,
he's trying to... What's that?
So that's what I was going to ask you. Is he trying to steal? Was he going to try and steal your vehicle or what?
I don't know. He could have got in and put a gun to my head and said drive. He could have done anything, So that's why before he got in the truck, I will effing shoot you. So...
And when he ran off, did you spin the gun round on your finger and get it back in your holster?
No. I just took it and put it back, and I kept on driving down to KFC where I was headed.
Sam, do you own or have you ever fired any automatic weapons?
No, those aren't legal here. They're not legal. unless you have special licenses. I can own all this stuff without a special license. I literally, I bought this in a Walmart parking lot from one of my friends. That's legal here.
Sam here, I think he's asking you, how old were you when you done that gun thing?
How old was I when I did that? 21. I'm 22 now.
Out here, Sam, I can go, because of the war that was out here with the Khmer Rouge and all that. I don't know if you know that history. I can go shooting out here. They've got RPGs that I can fire. They've got Kalashnikovs. Yeah, they've got M16s. They got a little Heckler and Koch. You know, that nice German automatic SAS weapon. But what they'll do, well, if you pay them enough, they will fill the targets with what you'd call gasoline as well. So you can get a proper for your social media.
The only experience I have with that is there's a shooting range in Billings, an indoor shooting range, and I do most of my shooting on the farm. I shoot anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 rounds a month. I do it competitively.
Do you?
A little bit. I do a little bit of steel challenge stuff like that. So I practice a lot, obviously, and so I shoot on the farm because I can. But there's a shooting range in Billings, an indoor shooting range, and they have fully automatic weapons that you can rent and shoot. And it's a great way to waste a lot of money, but Jesus Christ, is it fun.
Same here. Out here, you pay per round. And when it's flicking them out like dun, 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 you can feel your wallet getting lighter. As Sam, can I ask you, Sam, what's the accurate range of that Glock? What is that, a Glock 17? What is it?
This is a Glock 19.
Oh, nearly. What's the accurate range of that? What I'm asking you is, at what time is that bullet going to start dipping? Do you know what I mean?
What time is that bullet going to start not being dangerous?
No, not being accurate. So, like at 10 meters, that's going to go straight into the target.
At 10 meters. I can tell you right now, I've shot this gun. I have a target that I sight my rifles in with at 100 yards, and I'm getting ready to go hunting. And I want to sight my rifles in for 100 yards. I've shot that target with this. Now I had to aim really high, but I shot it. The farthest point I think I can do and still aim dead on the target is probably 30 yards, 35 yards, which is about equal to a meter.
Sam, in terms of stopping power, what do you prefer? Something like a 35 that you'd put 5 or 6 in them, or a bigger round, less of them? Do you know what I mean? What would you prefer? If I listen, hang on, whoa, let me just get the question clear. If I came to you and I said, if I said, Sam, I want a weapon that's got good stopping power, but I don't necessarily want to kill people, is that 35?
Well, that's the wrong attitude to have. You can't have a gun and not be mentally. You can't carry a gun for defense and not be mentally prepared to possibly take someone's life. It doesn't mean you want to, but you have to be prepared to do it if you're going to carry that gun.
Yeah.
If you want the best all-around round, 9mm. It's low recoil. I can carry 15 of them. I got a spare magazine in my pocket. I mean, stopping power is a myth. It's all about shot placement and ammo capacity. I mean, I've got a couple like 45s, like 1911s, Colts, that you can only carry 7. And guess what? A 9mm that hits its target is better than a 45 that misses. So that's why I like my 9. I mean, it's light, it's low recoil. I got 15 of them with a spare mag in the pocket, and it'll do anything you want, especially with these bullets are called Spear Gold Dots. They're the #1 choice for U.S. law enforcement. Works for them, it works for me. So,
Sam, they look like they've had the tips hollowed out when you show me, or is that a bit of paint?
Show you.
Did you make these?
No, I didn't make these.
Why are they hollow pointed? Is that because it flattens and does more damage?
When they enter a body, they mushroom out. They expand.
So it goes in and makes a little hole, and it comes out the back about that big.
Yep. When it catches tissue, it mushrooms out and expands. Kind of.
Sam, have you ever got so unhappy you sat there like that going, I can't do this no more?
Have I ever done that? No, don't do it. Don't do it. Not at all. It's I don't want to get religious on you, but that's the one unforgivable. So it's one thing you can't do.
No, that's right. So, Sam, are you a religious man at the moment?
I am.
Good. Listen, interestingly, when I last spoke to you, you were all pro-Trump. You were, which I found very encouraging. He's had a couple of years in term. He's looking for another one. What do you make of Trump? What's happened? What he's done? The situation? Talk to me about that.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I tell you right now, he really pandered to the farmers in the nation. The farmers got him elected after all. Oh yeah. After years of stagnant low prices, low commodity prices, farm bankruptcies, high interest, he really pandered to us. And this whole trade war with China, it's kind of screwed us even more, because we were really unhappy with $4 corn, $4 per bushel. We were really unhappy with that. And that was under Obama. And then Trump was like, we're going to get it back up to $8 like it was in 2008. And we're like, all right, sweet, cool. Well, guess what? It's down to like $3 now. He thought, well, if we put these tariffs on China, then they're going to quit screwing with us. They're going to quit screwing us. We're going to quit taking it up the ass. Well, it did the exact opposite. And China's like, screw you. We're just going to get our corn from Russia, or we're going to get it from Brazil, so there's that. The soybean market's way down because China was always the number one buyer of U.S. soybeans. Wheat market's down. Now they're importing wheat from Russia. So it kind of screwed the farmers.
Sam, whoa. Sam, when I asked you how the farm was, you said it was absolutely flying.
Mm-hmm. Because it's always tough being a farmer. There's always going to be hard times doing it. You just have to take it at face value and take it for what it is. For what it is, it's great. I got no control. I mean, we made it through the year. We're doing pretty good. We're a lot better off than our neighbor that just went out of business. I mean.
Will you be voting Trump this time around?
Well, I mean, it looks like Bernie gets the nomination, and I'm not voting for a socialist. So, yeah.
No, of course not. Of course not. No, given the options, I would vote Trump as well, of course.
So I've brushed myself up on a few of your videos. It seems like you're fairly right-wing, fairly conservative.
You think so, yeah?
That's just what I caught, fairly conservative, fairly right-wing, and I appreciate that.
But I do have some very left-wing views. I think all drugs should be legalized. I think the sex trade should be legalized.
I do as well. I believe all drugs should be legalized and unregulated. We're not gonna arrest you for ODing on heroin in an abandoned Blockbuster, but we're not gonna Narcan you either. So that's my attitude about it. I think the failed drug war has caused a lot of problems, one of which being the militarization of police, which end up causing more problems than it started. Now we got SWAT teams in every small town, no-knock raids, red flag warrants. For what? People are dying. The only left-wing view I have is this contempt of the current way law enforcement handles its business. American law enforcement, anyways. I mean, you're more likely to die. I mean, everybody wants to talk about mass shooters, but you're more likely to be shot by a cop than a mass shooter in the U.S.,
Wow. What do you make of welfare?
There's people out there that really need help. There are. And that's okay. And people that need help, they should get a hand lent to them. There's a lot of people that abuse that system, though. I know people myself that abuse, I know myself, but I know people that myself that abuse that system. The food stamps, EBT, welfare, whatever it is. So why should a third of my income go to support putting a 65-inch TV in your trailer and bailing your baby daddy out of jail, That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. If you're buying food for your kids and you're keeping gas in your car so you can go to work, that's great. But
there's people who just have 5 or 6 kids, different fathers, fuck the fathers off just because they know they'll be secure for life on welfare.
Yep. I know plenty of those. I mean, like I said, I live next to a fairly big town, biggest city in Montana, 30 minutes away, and I know a lot of people in that city. And the biggest problem here, the biggest abusers, and I'm really going to try not to come off as prejudiced, because saying anything that doesn't go with the norm is prejudice, but it's the native population, really. That's the biggest abusers of the welfare program, the ones that don't live on the reservations. So the ones that live in the cities, they're in poverty, and I don't know how to help them. If I had any ideas on how to help them, I'd be doing it, but I don't.
Man, your family have been paying their taxes since 1929. You're doing everything you have to do.
Yeah.
People are asking a couple of questions. Chip Chipperson wants to know what your channel's called, but he hasn't got his channel going. But I will put a link up at the end, so don't worry. And I'll put it on my Telegram and that. Bald Bobby, he already answered that. I think he is going to. Yes, that was what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Sam, Mark Reeves wants to know, do you still have trailer park trash out in the States?
I thought we invented trailer trash.
Yeah, but we only see them on films. Is it actually a thing? Do you have people who live in little caravan communities who have sex with their aunties?
Oh, yeah. Trailer trash is very, very real. That's, I call the trailer hood in Billings Little Detroit, so... It's real.
Have you ever dated a girl from a trailer?
Well, yeah, of course. A lot of people live in trailers. That doesn't mean you're trailer trash. You know?
Okay.
A lot of farmers have a mobile home or a trailer somewhere out on their farm that the kids live in, or the hired man used to live in or something, and now the kids live in or something. Hell, I used to live in a trailer myself when I worked on a farm a couple hours away. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the trailer. It's the attitude.
Worked on someone else's farm?
Mm-hmm. Yep. 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years ago this spring. I had a big altercation with my family, and I took off and said, screw you guys, I'm going to work for somebody else. And I found work on a farm a couple hours away, and I
don't fall
stayed there for a few months, stayed there for a season, and end up coming back home. I was like, you know what? No amount of money in the world matters more than having a legacy of my own. At least when I know I'm putting the work in here, I know it's for something more than just a paycheck at the end of the week. You know,
exactly. It's your future and your children's future. So, Sam, what happened with the girlfriend? Come on, what happened?
You know, there's a Journey song called "Separate Ways." Someday love will find you. I don't know, things just didn't work out. People grow up, people grow apart. That's all right. I just wish she would have told me that she didn't feel anything before she went and slept with my best friend. But
it happens all the time.
You know what? I got more for the ring that I gave her. I got more for it at the pawn shop than I paid for it new, and I bought a new shotgun with the money. So
whoa. You took the ring back.
Yeah, she gave it back.
Oh, and you took it?
Yeah, she gave it back to me, and I took it. Of course, I had to cut my losses. I mean, there's one thing that farmers are good at, that's cutting our losses.
All right. Well, look, I'll tell you what. We've done nearly an hour. I will open it up to questions from the chat. I'll try and get them all in. Super chats will get priority, obviously, but anyone got any questions for Redneck Sam? Shooting, farming, losing your girlfriend, whatever you want. Cool. Look what Chip Chipperson said about you, Sam. Look, he is why I love America. Wow. Was that your shotty?
That's my great-grandpa's.
Oh, my God. It's your grandpa's?
Great-grandpa's.
Wow. And it still works.
Oh, yeah.
That's look what Squeeze My Cans said about you, and look how beautiful she is. Look at that.
Squeeze my cans. Wow.
My God, Sam. So. Right, here you go. Yeah, have you done clay pigeon shooting?
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite hobbies in the summertime.
Can you make your own shotgun rounds or shells, whatever they call?
Yep, I have. It takes a special reloader, but I have loaders for 12 and 20 gauge rounds, which is pretty much all I shoot. So.
Here you go. Bald Bobby, how many hours does an American farmer work?
Well, depends on the time of year. This time of year, I work 2 or 3 hours a day. And in the summertime, I'm working 10 or 12, sometimes 15 hours a day through the spring and summer. Okay. And without days off for weeks at a time. But really all I do right now is feed my cows.
Can you spin your shooter on your finger? Not that Glock with a magazine in it. Or put it on safe.
Check. Empty.
No. Yep, clear.
The camera's backwards. I gotta screw with it.
Mind your head. Don't die. That's a no, Sam. Sam, that's a no. It's a no. It's not
Hold
easy,
on.
is it?
Hold on. I
No,
might be
please
able to.
No, don't.
All right. This might be a little bit better to do with. Safe check. It's empty.
Clear.
It's empty.
That's
empty.
That's reassuring. Appreciate it. Here we go. Dang, 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 dang. We can't see.
Oh.
Dang, 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 dang. We can't see. Dang, 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 dang. No, it's not too impressive, Sam. I mean, in fairness, you're actually a real gunsman rather than someone who does things like that. So it's all right.
Well,
people love you.
There's a song. There's a song by the Vandals called "I Want to Be a Cowboy." Maybe that's my song.
Look what people are saying. Look, you weren't bigging this guy up for nothing. He's cool. Same as the last interview we did. Everyone loves you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot.
Right, hang on. I don't know what this means. This geezer, he's a bit of a psychopath, but he's setting up this thing that he called WUMP, which is kind of the worst marketing in history. What does East or West mean? Oh, what are you, East or West?
Well, I mean, I live in the West. What are we talking about, rappers? We're talking about rappers? West Coast all the way, babe.
What are you drinking there, Sammy boy? What you had? What's your product placement? You getting paid for that? Mountain Dew.
I refuse to bow to any sponsor.
There you go. Nailed it. Here we go. What about this one?
How fast can I eat a cob of corn? Well, my teeth are really screwed up, so I gotta, peel the cob and eat it that way.
And do you know why they're screwed up smoking, Sam?
No, it's not from smoking. It's from a long series of bad habits after another as a child. Now, let me preface this by saying I brush my teeth twice a day now. But when I was a teenager, I never brushed my teeth, and I'm constantly in a dentist chair from it. I think I've spent $10,000 over the past 2 years in dental work, and I'm still screwed up from it.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Look,
brush your damn teeth. If you don't brush your teeth, brush your damn teeth so you don't end up like me. Because even though I brush them now, but the damage is irreversible.
Sam, you're the youngest person in here. There's no one in here that you can give advice to.
Well, my grandpa was the same way. He had dentures by the time he was 25.
Old plastic African's having another can of beer for this. And more advertising, you'll get me in trouble. I'll open this question up. Have you ever made or drunk moonshine? Yeehaw!
For legal reasons, no, I've never made it. I'd really like to not. I'd really like to not get Epsteined as a result of this interview.
Sam, what is it? Is it just sort of like you build a still and you sort of you make it with potatoes or something? Is it like vodka?
Corn. Moonshine is whiskey in its purest form. Yeah, you know what gives whiskey, or American whiskey, like Tennessee whiskey or bourbon, even Canadian blended stuff. Even most Scotch. What gives its flavor is being aged in barrels. It starts out clear just like that. Moonshine, a lot of people call it corn whiskey because it's whiskey in its purest form. It's not refined. It's straight from the still into a bottle.
And it hasn't been sitting in a cask for years getting flavor, so it's just like petrol, gasoline.
Yep. It's pretty rough.
What's the hangover like after a bit of yeehaw moonshine?
Have you ever been kicked in the balls, punched in the face, and puking all at the same time? Kind of feels like that.
Actually, yes, Sam, now take the hat off. What's happening with that hair? What's going on here? What the fuck is that? How old are you? Why have you got a 50-year-old man's haircut?
I haven't cut my hair in quite a while. That's why.
Shake your head like that a minute. Just shake your head. It's not. All right, now let's have a look. Now you look like a young man. Now look, you look like a pop star. You look like you're in Blur or something.
It's a bittersweet symphony. Yeah.
So, what music do you like? What do you listen to?
Rock and roll. That's like Primus, and I've freaking love Primus. Now rock and metal mostly.
Rock and metal. 0 Day gives me 10 Canadian dollars. Thank you. Very, very appreciated. Great guest tonight, Chris. It's fun watching your UK viewers react to guns. We love them. They're just amazing. We don't get any. When I first went out to Thailand, the first time I went to Thailand, we're driving to my hotel and there was this big thing saying gun range. I went there that day. Amazing.
No,
Thank you for the donation.
No, I was actually gonna wear my Primus T-shirt tonight just to surprise everybody, but
You like a bit of Primus.
Oh yeah, Primus is probably one of my top 3's favorites.
They're a little bit on the right, aren't they?
Yep. In November, I just saw them. They were in Billings with Slayer, and that was a hell of a concert. Let me tell you, especially if you've been a little bit. Yeah, that's a hell of a concert.
Sam, do you smoke the marijuana?
On occasion.
Do you grow it on your farm, hidden away? Have you got a little patch?
No.
That's the right answer. Look, Robert Sanger, right? He's a London cab driver, and he called you a good old boy. Do you know why? You're like a good old boy. Just a
Never
drink in the
meaning
shoe.
no harm.
That's the line.
Beats all you never saw, man. And listen, I grew up with the Dukes of Hazzard, all right?
Hang on, what's the song? What is that? Just a good old boy. Go on, sing it. Sing it.
Good Old Boy by Waylon Jennings, who's, when I do listen to country, I listen to Waylon.
Sing it.
Just a good old boy.
Good old boy.
Never meaning no harm.
Never meaning no harm.
Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.
Woohoo!
Straightening the curve. Slamming the hill.
All right.
Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will.
Go on, squeeze the can. You've done it. That was brilliant. Oh, you made my day. That was brilliant.
Hold on for just a second. I need to grab my phone charger and plug my phone in. So
go on. No, I can keep. It wasn't he amazing? Just a good old boy. Fantastic. He does blunt. He's just a good old boy. Never mean no harm. Yeah, I nailed it, Robert. I knew exactly what you meant, my friend. Yeah, all Daisy. Not so good in the original, but the remake was. Can't if you're going to wear denim shorts. Out here, they wear denim shorts. They're trimmed so far back, they're like a little denim G-string, and they just will go to the laundrette in them, and you're in there. Hello, just a good old boys. Yeah, look, I'll squeeze my cat. Oh no, she loves him, but that's not the one I meant. Listen, I just want to say this is why it always goes wrong, because all the comments are moving up. So when you try and hit one, you get the next one. You're getting many compliments. What's happening here? What's going on here? You going all handy cam on us? You going all Lars von Trier? You've gone all a bit Lars von Trier with your sort of handy cam sort of.
That's supposed to be my Kramer.
Have you got military webbing in the back there?
No, this is all my hunting stuff.
Your hunting stuff.
Uh-huh.
Why haven't you mentioned your hunting stuff before?
Why haven't I what?
Why haven't you mentioned your hunting stuff before?
I thought everybody knew I owned guns and hunt.
What do you hunt?
Deer, elk,
pussy.
pheasant.
Pussy. Pussy.
Pheasant, grouse, dove. If it hops, it drops. If it flies, it dies.
And you eat the pheasant and the grouse when you've shot them, or you sell them?
Yeah. Oh, I eat the pheasant. Pheasant's
well,
great.
Listen. Yeah, this will blow your mind. My granddad used to have shotguns in England, not strictly legally, but
can't you?
And
he used to go
shooting. He used to go shooting pheasant, and he'd sell my old man a brace of pheasant. We say a brace in England. That's for 2. And then they'd be hanging up in my house. My house was a little 2 up, 2 down, middle of terrace. And you'd have to hang them up for quite some time. You probably know all this. And then they'd have to pluck all the feathers out. But the pheasant, it's lovely. Bit of game. Yeah.
And we'll always my grandpa is actually the oldest elk hunting guide in the state of Montana.
The oldest what?
The oldest elk hunting guide in Montana.
Elk.
He guides. People pay a lot of money to go on these hunts for elk. A lot of rich people do. And him and his friend in the wintertime, they run a guiding outfit. And they take rich people on elk hunts up in the mountains. So that's kind of where I get it from, I guess. He's almost 80 and he's still working circles around me. I mean, you can't make him quit, but yeah. So
he's just a good old boy.
Yeah. Smartest man I ever met, though. Smartest man I ever met.
He sounds like you have a lot of respect for your grandfather.
I do. He taught me everything I know, and what do I know? I'm a dumb motherfucker, but he's the best mathematician I've ever met. You want to talk about a philosopher? I mean, yeah, he's just a smart dude, good dude. He was kind of my father figure growing up, so he kind of raised me.
You have no father, Sam.
Oh, I have a father, but it takes.
But he's not as good as your granddad.
So we're gonna get kind of personal here, right?
Well, it's up to you. It's up to
you
share what you want.
My mom and my dad split up when I was a baby, right?
Damn.
My mom's family had this farm, right? My mom's parents were farmers, just my grandpa. So my mom moved back home to the farm. I only saw my dad like once a month growing up, sometimes twice. And even then, it was never really great. So like my grandpa was the one, you know, I'd get out of school every day and I'd go out, follow him around working, go help him feed the cows. And then until I was like 9, we would go up and visit the old timers, which were his parents and my great grandparents. Wow. Got a lot of memories of sitting in that smoke-filled kitchen.
But you know, Sam, this is why it's such a shame that families have become so atomized, because that's what grandparents are for. If something happens to the parents, the family's there. It's so sad.
My grandpa taught me how to pray. My grandpa taught me how to shave, play baseball, drive, work, fix a car, you know, everything I know about farming and hunting. And so
yeah, no, lovely. What a lovely story. I think he already said, Jack. I think you already said, didn't you, Sam? He's 80?
78. He's 78.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of old people, I wanted to put this out there too, just so it gets more of a reach. Hopefully I'll be getting my book finished up here soon. What I'm doing is, so as you know, I'm a history nerd, right? Always have been. And especially military history, as you can see. World War I and World War II specifically are like my magnum opus of history, right? Of my knowledge. So what I'm doing is I'm going around Billings and other towns in the area with a tape recorder and a notepad, and I'm talking to all these World War II veterans, getting their stories, getting their experiences, because they're starting to get few and far between. You know.
Well, no, I was about to say that even in England, there's not so many. Like every year when they have all the the Armistice Day or whatever, I can't remember the exact name of it. My granddads were both in the war.
My granddad was never in the war, no.
Let me just deal with this. End of chat. £10. Have a couple of drinks, Chris. Thank you, my friend. I certainly will. Much appreciated. So you're going to do an oral history of Second World American war veterans.
Yeah, what I'm kind of planning on, it's just going to be a whole book full of these memoirs. These guys, you turn the page and it's going to say Joe Schmidt served with the 2nd Marines, Battle of Okinawa, and just kind of his story and his words, and then his signature at the bottom, his picture, you know, and then keep going. And basically, it's going to be just a Billings special or a Montana special. Hopefully, try and sell the books around Montana. It'll be like the greatest war through a Montanan's eyes or something like that. I haven't decided on a title yet. It's a work in progress. This idea came to me because I'm like, 2020 is the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. So that's why.
Hang on, Sam. Sorry. That sounds great. What a lovely thing to do. But someone's saying I missed a super chat, which isn't a thing I like to do. So give me a second. What's the lad's name who said that? Super chatted but missed it. Sorry, my friend, that's not good. Where is it? This is so hard to use this sometimes. Just a good old boy. Hang on, let me just find this one and I'll be back with you, Sam. Sorry, I know it's bad, but when someone's paid money, I should. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, no, saw that one. Mate, I can't find it. Are you sure? So anyway, look, I'll ask it here. Siege901. I'm sorry I missed your super chat. I'll go and find it out. Are you a fan of Chuck E 2009?
I am.
Right, well, I don't know what you're talking about, so you need to tell us what that means.
Chucky 2009 is a good old farm boy.
Just a good old boy.
Yep, Chucky 2009 taught me how to weld through watching his YouTube channel. That's kind of how I taught myself how to weld, was watching his channel. So back when I was 14, 15, 16, around there. So super dude, super smart dude, awesome channel. So yeah.
So it's Chucky 2009 is a YouTube channel where he tells you about what, welding and farming and shooting.
A lot of just welding, mechanical work, things like that. He like fixes up old tractors and stuff. Several years ago, I haven't checked out the channel lately, but several years ago, he was pretty much all welding. So
drinking whiskey and rye. I watched a video the other day.
The day that I die. This will be the day that I die.
Did you write the book of love? And did you
have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so.
So,
oh, do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? When you teach me how to dance real slow.
And I saw you dancing in the gym.
Saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. And I love those rhythm and blues. Yeah.
I want the lonely
Age broken buck with a pink carnation in a pickup truck. But I knew I was shit out of luck the day the music died.
And she's singing bye, Miss
American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
And good old boys
drinking whiskey and rye, singing "This will be the day that I die." This will be the day that I die.
Then it goes slow. Down, down. Go on, next bit. Really slow.
I can sing it at some other point. All right. Well, I like
lovely tune though. Do you like Don McLean's Starry Starry Night about Vincent van Gogh?
No, I've never listened to that one. The only Don McLean song I know is American Pie, actually. Like I said, the majority of my music taste is all rock and metal. So
Sam, how much of those sodas do you drink a day?
2 or 3. I try not to drink too much.
2 or 3 is too much. 1 a day is too much.
When I was a teenager, I was going through like a 12-pack of these pricks every day, and so. Right,
listen. So before we talk again, you're going to quit smoking, and you're going to quit 3 cans of soda. If I have half a can of that shit, I feel terrible.
I've been drinking a lot more of a coffee lately. I used to drink one of these in the morning, and I kind of started drinking coffee instead, so that's maybe.
Oi, look what Siege919 says about Chucky. Apparently he's come out as hard right and he's a bit of an ethnat.
What? Holy hell.
Siege, I did not see your super chat. I haven't seen it. I've been through everything, but
I'd like to address that comment. So you're saying Chucky 2009, the welding guy, came out like in support of like the New Zealand mosque shooter, the guy who had the shit written all over his gun?
Not in support of him at all. He read the manifesto, but he's an ethnat. He's an ethno-nationalist, which is pretty much what I am. It's not. It doesn't mean you support mosque shootings at all.
It's not. Yeah, no. That's just because I love my own people doesn't mean I hate other people. They have a right to exist. Here's my thing. When I say that, I believe that I have a right to exist and that it's okay to be white. I also mean it's okay to be any color, and they have just as much of a right to exist as I do. I don't want the white
Certainly,
race to
but it's better
disappear.
to be white,
I don't want the
in
black
fairness.
race to disappear. I don't want any race to disappear. Everybody has they all have a beautiful culture. They all have their own things, and that shouldn't, none of them should disappear. They should all be preserved.
That's what I think. I'm a nationalist, and that goes for all nations. That's
Yep.
exactly what I feel.
Every nation has a right to exist and defend themselves.
There you go. Siege191. Someone else saw your super chat, so I'm suggesting there's an issue my end. I've been through my messages like 4 or 5 times now, which is weird because I keep dropping out Sam, but apparently someone else saw it, so I do apologize, and hopefully that I put your Bald Bobby clarified it. Right, so Sam, we've had a little sing-along. We've talked about guns. We've talked about hunting. We've talked about Trump. What haven't we dealt with? Your thoughts for the future. Where's America going?
Oh, hell. Like my optimistic future or like my black-pilled future? Which one do you want?
We don't spread black pills. Your realistic future. What, you know, if you had to put money on it.
Future. My realistic future is that this whole thing, this destruction of the family, the destruction of the sanctity of traditional values is going to end. Because these people have no end. They have means, but they don't have an end. You know, it's going to come full circle on the people that want to destroy that. And by the people that want to destroy that, I mean like the hardcore leftists, you know, the blue-haired feminists. They have means, but they don't have an end. And I think this can only last so long before traditional things come back. They were the traditional way worked for hundreds of years, and it's only been since the mid-'60s that it's been a problem. So I think the country is going to need to go majorly downhill before that'll happen, though. You know, you have to hit rock bottom before you can go back up. And once you hit rock bottom, I found that out when I had to quit drinking. When you hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go. It's up.
Burn man, marijuana has grown in America for about 10,000 years. I mean, how traditional do you want to get? Ridiculous comment.
Yeah, there's too much of a good thing.
We don't need to bite. What a lovely sentiment. Lovely. I'm with you fully on that. I mean, when I look at hello Alan, lovely to see you, mate. He's a Yank. When I look at the problem with England, for me, it's all about the loss of community. It's all about the loss of family. It's absolutely devastating. But I've been so white-pilled this year because I've done a series, Sam, called Talking with Teens, where I had kids on, like 15 to 20. And they were all, you know, I mean, they're from the people who watch my channel, so understandably, they are of a particular kind of ideology. But they see it, you know, and it's so sad. Some of them don't socialize. They have no social sort of community in their life. And there's, like you said, there's a reason these things have been there for thousands of years, because they function. There's a reason we have them.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I think society, especially Western civilization as we know it, we cannot keep going down this path. We are headed for destruction. We are. The degeneracy and the apathy and the antipathy toward all generally good things, all traditional things, it spells disaster. And we're going to have to get to that disaster, and the people that make it through and the people that rebuild. I don't know. That's going to get a little radical.
A lot of people want to know what you make about demographics. Do you know what that means in this context?
I'm a demographic realist. You cannot ignore certain things. You cannot ignore the fact that this country is going from, in 1965, this country was 95% white, to now we're like 60% white. And we're expected to be a minority. What's the countdown? Like 28 years now or some 29 years for whites to be the minority in America. Demographic realism means that you have to know that you cannot import 1 million people a year. And I'm not even talking about illegal immigration. I'm talking about legal immigration. You cannot import 1 million people a year from a place that is vastly different from your own. They have a different culture. Hell, they can't even control the southern part of that country, for fuck's sakes. You know, you cannot, and that does not come with not insignificant changes. You know, that's being real about demographics. So.
Well, it's exactly the same as what's going on in Europe. You know, we're importing incredible amounts of people. We're importing all their problems, and we're importing all their damage, and we're paying for it.
Stay home. You know what? If you want to come here and assimilate, great. But that's the thing. It's not going to happen. We've been saying that for 40 years. They're going to come here and they're going to be eating apple pie and playing baseball and voting Republican within 5 years. Well, guess what? It hasn't happened yet. They come here. They want to fly their flag. They want to speak their language, which great. Speak your language, fly your flag, whatever. But, hell yeah, I am a groiper. Here's the thing. If you want to live in America, my other big tenet of my political beliefs is no dual loyalty. If you live in America, you have loyalty to America. All right?
Sam, they don't even have dual loyalty. They just have one, their native homeland. It's not even two.
It's just the same with, and you can see this happening within America's borders too. Obviously, you know, California, liberal paradise, right? Liberal paradise. Well, listen, taxes are stupid high there. The crime rate is stupid high. So they're all migrating out east, right? You know where a lot of them are ending up? Montana. You know what state they're fucking up now? Montana.
Yeah.
Now we have a shocking. Yeah, and so it's the same thing that's happening there. Instead of staying home and fixing their own shit, fixing their policies, turning their franchise around, it's like being the owner of the Cleveland Browns and saying, all right, we're screwed. We got the shittiest team in the NFL. Let's move the team to Baltimore. That didn't help at all. It's just like that. You need to stay and you need to fix your own problems. You can't bring your problems with you here. And if you're not going to assimilate, then get out. Simple as that.
Well, they bring the behaviors and the way of life that destroyed their nations to yours and want to carry on the same behaviors. And
it angered me during the Syrian crisis and everything when they were bringing over massive amounts of Syrian refugees here. In my state, we do have a sanctuary city where they brought, I want to say like 5,000 or something of them too. Or maybe 1,500. There's a 5 somewhere in there. Here's the thing. They're all fighting aged men. And it was like, I thought it was supposed to be women and children, which I got no problem with. But it's fighting aged men. Wait a minute. There's a civil war going on in your country. You're fighting aged men. Why don't you stay home and fight for your country and make things better and do your job instead of coming over here and now you're going to have a little kebab stand in downtown Missoula, Montana, and you're going to be speaking that language. And you're going to be voting Democrat here because they're going to give you more free shit because you're not from here.
Yeah, this is a problem. Thank you, Mark Reeves. Dual loyalty is a great observation. Much appreciated your donation. A couple more questions that you had. Hang on a second. I mean, the thing is, we have to stop offering them money and houses, and you probably won't see so many of them. Hang on. Where was those? It goes so fast. All right, Sam, listen, my working day, I'm kind of late for work. Have you got anything you want to leave us with? Are you actually going to start a channel? These videos you do every year is not good enough.
Yeah, no, I got 2 videos planned I'd like to crank out tomorrow. Both of them have to do with farming. I guess I kind of figured I'm going to see what gets more popular, the farming part or the guns part, but why not have both? And I don't know.
Sam, is your channel called Farmer with a Gun?
Yep.
Yes, Farmer with a Gun.
There's another channel called Farmer with a Gun, and I didn't know that until I already named it. Now I can't figure out how to change the name again.
Don't worry about that. Are you the one doing case mouth flaring and hand loading?
Yeah. Yep. That's my channel.
So listen, people. I said this to my subscribers last time. If you subscribe to Sam, it might motivate him to make some fucking content. I've just put his link to his channel in the chat. Oh, not that one. This fucking system's so bad. It's in that's the link to his channel. There's not a lot on There's not a lot on there, but maybe subscribe to, and he might actually do something. Sam, it's been an absolute pleasure. Hang on, I've got a lovely last minute 10 Australian dollars super chat. I'm an Australian, Tipsy McStargra says. What would be the best state to go to on a working visa as a boilermaker for a potential move to the US?
It's a boilermaker. I couldn't tell you. I don't know shit about boilermakers. All I want to say is God bless you. God bless everybody watching.
Hang on, we ain't going yet. We've got a final money route. And if anything will keep me here, it's money. Don't worry about that. Mark Reeves says, so thank you for that donation, by the way, Tipsy McStagra. Mark Reeves, $4.99, lovely. Ask, Sammy boy, this is to you. Ask not what your country can do for you. What a man. Good luck, boys. Lovely show. Thank you, Mark. So, Sam, what kind of content are you likely to be making if people subscribe to your channel? I'll put the link in there again.
Well, farming and guns.
Farming and guns.
Farming and guns.
But listen, Sam,
more American than that.
But listen, remember that a lot of people, they're not familiar with the basics you do. You know, people will be interested in seeing those harvesters driving down. What happens? You know, you could do a whole video showing from seeding. I mean, it's going to take you a whole season, but shoot the seeding, shoot the growing, shoot the harvesting, the processing.
Yep. I was wanting to do that this year. Have everything from start to finish. Like have separate videos, you know, saying, hey, we're out here today. We're planting corn in this field. Using this tractor and this planter, we're using this variety of seed and using this applicant. And then, you know, going through, okay, now here we're on a first round of irrigation and all this. And then at the very end of the year, have little videos during the harvest. And then finally wrap it all up and say like 2020 farming season. And then have just little compilations with some music.
It's a lot of chat, Sam, but I'm yet to see the videos. Listen, Tipsy Mastagra, what about metal fabrication in general? Somewhere like Illinois still works out that neck of the woods, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, we've actually got some really good welding programs here in Montana. Go out like North Dakota, state that borders this one, with the oil boom out there. They're always looking for welders, fabricators. I got a couple friends that are welders out on the Bakken oil field right now. Great pay. I mean, you'll be taking home $6 or $8 grand a month. So
there you go. There you go. Oh yeah, our 0 day Canadian $5. Thank you. Much appreciated. He looked into it. Even as a Canadian, it's hard to get a visa or immigrate. Mate, you need to have a war, and then you can just stroll in, get an house. You'll be lovely. Thank you for that donation. It's been wonderful. Sam, are you going to stop smoking?
Yeah, I'm going to stop smoking.
Just listen, there's a book that a lot of people don't rate called The Alan Carr's Easy Way. And when I was, I hope no one saw my ass then. when I was using heroin, I gave up smoking using that book. It's not, there's nothing in there about like you're going to die and all this. It's just almost like neuro-linguistic programming. He just keeps repeating how easy it is to give up. And he tells you, Sam, he tells you to keep smoking all the way through the book. He says, don't you dare stop until the end. And by about 2/3 of the way through, you're desperate to stop smoking. You don't even want to smoke. It's quite the book.
I mean, hell, I just got done with the Alcoholics Anonymous blue book. So why not add one more?
Well, listen, congratulations to you getting a couple more years behind you. Well done for getting back to the family farm. I would.
Well, don't congratulate me on being sober for 2 years. Don't do that.
I didn't. You
okay,
another? Have you been going to AA?
I was like, I've been sober for like 2 months.
Hang on, whoa! You've dropped this bombshell. You just said you had the AA big book. Did you end up in Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yeah, remember our last little interview where we were talking and I was talking about being an alcoholic, but you know, quitting drinking and all that. Yeah, the January following that, I kind of really fell off the rails, like really bad, fell off the rails, and spent a couple years down the tubes again after I just got done spending 2 or 3 years down the tubes, and finally got to the point where my family was like, look, either you're going to quit, you're going to get some help, or you're going to hit the bricks, one of the two. So
Sam, you realise this is all around your father. You got a chip. What's your chip? 60 days.
This is only 30 days. I lost
Well
my 60-day chip. I lost my 60-day chip, and I lost my 24-hour chip too, which kind of pissed me off. But
it doesn't matter. It's about the day you've got now, and you've just done 30 days. Nailed it.
Yeah.
I washed up into Narcotics Anonymous. I was there for fucking donkey's years. I was a secretary of an NA meeting. But listen, all that drinking probably got a lot of anger around your relationship with your father and all that divorce. Come on, man. You were a kid. It hurts. My father died when I was a youngster. It fucking damages you. Of course it does.
No. All I can say is it was funny because I told people, you know, especially my age, my friends, or even people older than me, you know, I'd say, I think I'm drinking too much. I think I might actually have a problem. They're like, no, you're 22. You're having fun. I'm like, you don't understand. I am drinking a fifth of whiskey every day to get through my workday. Like this isn't healthy. I need to be almost blackout drunk to go to sleep. You don't understand. This is not healthy.
Yeah. And,
they're like, oh, you're just a kid. You're just partying. And I'm like, yeah, the fun ended a long time ago.
Yeah, no, I know exactly where you are. It's terrifying stuff, and it'll kill you as well.
It takes a lot of balls to admit that. Honestly, I didn't want to say anything, but I realized.
Hello, darling. Sam, what's step one? What's step one?
Step one is admitting that you have a problem, that you were powerless over alcohol,
and our lives became unmanageable.
Yep.
Come and say hello. His name's Sam. Come on. Oh, look, she's got me a flower.
Oh, look at that.
You gonna say hello? Listen, stick with that AA. There's a lot of help and support there. There's a lot of stuff I can't stand about the 12-step fellowships, but a lot of stuff that
there's things I don't like about it, but for right now, it's like, you know, the only thing I don't like about it is the whole admitting you're powerless thing. I think that's kind of a cop-out. I think saying, well, I'm powerless, I'm helpless, you know, I'm the kind of guy, dude, I'm a fucking farmer. I'm stubborn and I'm bullheaded, and I'm saying, no, I got power over this. I don't know.
But Sam, even when you go to your favorite restaurant, there's going to be things there you don't like. Yeah. You know, it's never, you're not going to be able to make an organization that everything about it is perfect for everyone, but you just accept that and you get what you can out of it. But fuck me, listen, we'll have you back on in about 6 months. And if you get in trouble with your drinking and you need to talk to someone, ping me a message. I'll speak with you. No problem. I know all about that shit. I've lived the life of addiction myself.
Yeah. All right.
Sam, Redneck Sam, it's been amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a pleasure. I'm sure you'll get a load of subs to your channel. Plenty of people will watch this later as well. It'll get a couple of thousand views. Look after yourself. I'll talk to you on the channel again soon. And if you ever want to talk to me, hit me up.
Sure. God bless.
Thank you, Sam. Take care. Thanks for coming on. Bye. And thank you, everyone. It's been a real pleasure. Thanks for joining us. Bye, Sam. Bye.
See you, Chris. See ya.